Hello! Hi gang! We're back. I forgot to move the microphone! I am a professional streamer who does this for a living. That is the only reason it's referred to as professional. Because I do it for a living. Hi, I'm back. Hi. Hello. How are we doing? Well. We are back in Final Fantasy. And I feel fine. An Ultima Thule. If you know what that means, then... It's probably okay. My feet are actually a little cold. Bad circulation doing its usual. Blech! I hope everyone is good. Look at that loading screen. Incredible. Oh boy! Okay. Ooh, that quest name is a lot cooler than the one I picked. Let's put that quest name in the title. Unburdened Wings. Of course, I've started streaming, so it's time for everyone to fucking message me! Bruh, 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 bruh. Okay. One moment. Gives everyone a time to get here, I suppose. Love that. Okay. Yes. Okay. There we go. Right. Perfectly timed. Constantly. Every time. Start streaming. Get messaged. Oh boy. They had to make the skybox the most beautiful thing you've ever seen because the land is okay. Soul without body, a form of being with which we are not unwholly familiar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. Circumstances are rather more dire than that, it's true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Same, actually. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it and ascertain the nature of this realm that we might confront it. I know it doesn't always apply in this game, but I am generally someone who partakes of the belief of we don't think somebody is dead if we don't see that body. You can't kill someone off camera! Estinian Exa, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. If there is a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well, we can reconvene here when everyone has finished. Metian said these dragons are shadow and shade from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they are not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation, so please be careful. Let's split us and gather what knowledge we may. He literally said let's split up and search for clues. Wow. Sorry, I was doing more microphone adjusting. There we go. And late, I was fighting wasps. You were fighting wasps? I keep fidgeting with the microphone because I'm not happy with where it is. Because I gotta have it close enough to my face, but I also don't want it like in the way of the keyboard because I will need it. Hi, Boopies. How you doing, child? Oh, there's a lot here. My tale alters not its course. If thou knowest my really once ruled the skies were in return, should I boast I was first among our hunters, that the comrades I failed? Once I lived, I now await the coming oblivion, nothing more. This is not our home. To our home did come the metal demons who life and joy scoured it clean. These are mere bones, among them we do rest our wings forevermore. Leave us now to unwilling traveller, thou wilt find no solace here. Lovely. Oh, the quest is actually to talk to a bunch of dragons. I thought it was just to talk to this one. Mike fidgeting, yes. Excited for the stream, how are you? I'm alright, I'm doing alright. Nervous about what's ahead. We're already down a person. A visitor not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? Thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame? Oh, how we would adore us. With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march into oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. They're not very... well, yeah. Poor things. Are you sat in a nest? On that distant vale, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud, noble race, strength embodied. Now we knew only love, before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver, no bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. Crushing defeat, never had we known such shame. Stilted now are the winds, though none could fill these winds burdened by ignominy. Pronounce that word. We fly no more, only sinking to oblivion. So they were attacked by something. Metal came, my kind were many and splendid, elegant worms into the ripples of the water, worms possessed of limbs so powerful as to rend the land in twain. Worms I have long since forgotten, faces lost to the tides of time. Drink not this spring, tainted are its waters, and thy dainty form hath not the capacity to withstand it. Yeah, it doesn't... funnily enough, I did not think that was drinkable. This one has nothing to say. Thou wouldst bid me speak? Folly. I observe the lesson of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar, only watch and wait and end. One sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Am Null, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the way to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will, I shall remain. Okay. That doesn't look like a natural formation, does it? Well, none of this looks natural. The fun place, yeah! We're in literally the bad place. Jesus. Though I did say last week, I was like, man, it would be cool to see something like this in VR. But I imagine it would not be as... it would be a pretty big task to try to extract an entire, like, zone. Now, I imagine Squeenix would not like you to do that. I believe there's part of it in VR. Is there? I wish to go. I wish to see it. If your fishing is high enough, you can fish here. Okay, my fishing is not high enough. But that is astounding. I mean, I believe you can fish in any zone if your fishing is high enough. Oh. Just casually a level 90 mark. Which looks like my mount, but without the rings. That's the same model. Where am I going? I'm not going this way. That was probably a mistake. Oh god, it's hurting. It's hurting a lot. I have to go down. Oh no, these are dragon eggs. Nope, he's still coming for me. Uh-oh, I'm in a corner. Okay, here. Fine. I went there after the story and I was like, well, you'll see after the story. Missing one letter from being fan mail. Heard the blue cries redeem. I didn't cry last week, so we'll see. That could be just because I'm in denial. Oh, but baby dragons. No. Oh, babies. Things. I should drink some water. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. Yeah. That's why I did the Cypridine, you were near cursed water. It's a hatching ground. Or was. I've seen similar on Aetherius. Midgardsormr's kind must have once lived and thrived in a place such as this. Beatrice said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife, and this is the fate of those who remained. Let us have a look around. Maybe these eggs will have more to tell of what happened. Yeah. Well, obviously, they would naturally think of this as their, their despair. It's the end of a generation. I mean, these ones are whole, but it's been so long. I'm guessing they're good. So the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. The half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. Murky liquid is pulled inside this eggshell, and Noxus photo is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a live egg from a mucus viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryo. Stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. Oof. Bad. This egg appears to have been broken from inside out. Perhaps the dragonet within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. Yeah, that one doesn't have muck on it. Dragonet was indeed hatched. There's no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We should look for them. If you start the clip tops, I will search the plains. It's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be fine, or it's going to be very not fine. Space, dragons, dragons in space. Oh. There's a baby. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, malformed dragon. It's attacking me. Ooh, no, it does not look good. That does not look healthy at all. It's vaguely reminiscent of Gormagala. I think it's that sort of like smooth, sloped head. And to be fair, Gormagala's sort of smoothed head in and of itself is also reminiscent of a xenomorph. Poor thing. Poor thing. Boisterous howling hath been quieted. By thy hand, I presume. Everything alright? I thought I heard a dragon, or something resembling one. I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs within our knoll are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognise it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Very bright green eyes, but I suppose that's just in comparison to their body being white. Explain. They descended from the heavens, a cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancour we gave answer. It was a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition, or abandoned to our ruin. They're not even here? Oh. The survivors we sought to put away their shame, to rebuild futile efforts. In purest soil, replete with aether, did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and the eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survive to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. There are dragons amongst you capable of journeying to the other stars. That there are. Many would make an attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars are home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. Fires faded, and wars lost and won, they too were reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to walk. We tire of conflict. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you're claiming your kind is doomed. There is another star. Sometimes a person can just lose too much, you know? Interesting thumbnail. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. Sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand, and I wish I did not. What fools we were. Now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. The white one almost doesn't feel like the right colour to be using here. I've said it before, but the dichotomy of what's going on with the storyline and the happy, cheerful music when you finish a quest is jarring. Yeah! Good old Final Fantasy. I'm slightly surprised that for this expansion specifically they didn't, like, change it partway through, because I know that they changed the sound for each expansion, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they were like, no, we need a different tune for this section. This section requires something different. We're gonna swap you out for the shadow one, because that feels like the appropriate choice. Probably not the red one. I forgot that the red one has the same head as yeah, I think it's the shadow for this place. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? Well... I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Exa, Estinian. As for our part, I believe we are more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating around. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead elsewhere? Considered that, so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity. It never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of the island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside the space is as it appears. Which is why I want to return to the Ragnarok, to ask the Loporrits to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instrument failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Meteor told us before, that emotions dictate reality here, might be the key, but I'm not entirely sure what emotions might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. Determination? What you're saying is we have no way forward. At present, aye. It is indeed emotion that governs this island. Perhaps it is not Meteans, but the dragons that hold us here. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape. Or rather, they have chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons, or anyone here on this island, to advance. Sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that's the case, what resources do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife, without irrefutable proof the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. But what about proof that there are other dragons? Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. Mitian meant to unmake us, and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in a like matter, by overpowering the prevailing emotions. It was Ultima Thule's architect, Meitian herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them as such, it did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most, potent enough mayhap to dictate the course for others. And thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen, their tone and timbre alone threatening to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me naught against his calcifying heart, but mayhap one of you will fare better. Then I shall guide thee. I'll end, they call him, in the dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby. eyes fixed upon the water. Well, what do we have to lose? Let's get going. Justinian? Hmm. 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 Not this way, this way. The fog. More grossness. The instinct to walk around. Hello. Ooh.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
There's my door being blown shut by the wind.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Estinian? The Heavens Ward! The organ!
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
It's been a while since we've heard dragon language in a voiced cutscene. Nothing left of our kind, our long lives a curse as we wait the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
On another star, Upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren, yep. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
Mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us, ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, in the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this world. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it. To
The Heaven's Ward music.
And see yourself in him.
The Heaven's Ward music! Guys, if you didn't know, I freaking love Heaven's Ward, and it's probably my favourite expansion. So I'm loving this.
Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
But
Estinian!
Stay back. The emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Estinian?
No! Not Estinian too!
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Do you hate being right? Has that ever happened to you guys? You hate being right? Sometimes I hate being right. It's gonna happen to all of them. Every single one. I know now. At first I wasn't sure, but I know now. It's It's going to happen to everyone. I actually don't know why I'm not crying. But I definitely feel sad. I haven't even checked for aether currents this entire time. I've probably missed one. Look there, the wind. This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Whoa, okay. Say is that this sort of aura effect wasn't here before. It's the weather. It's very pretty. Powerful gale delivered you from another island here. The signs would arrive before. He did it. He found another way forward for us. The dragons remained trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. Sorry, it's the music. I haven't heard this music in so long. And yet... I may actually cry just because of the music. He's still fighting Alphino, just like Thancred. The sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop him. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alizé is right, we must press on, for their sake. That was a cool screenshot. So I'm just gonna have some tea. I prepared tea in preparation. If you need a break, you can stop by the FC and check out my room. I did so. Thanks, Core. Thanks, I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. That tea's already starting to go cold because it's been an hour. Fly me back for a bit, I know, right? Something about that didn't feel right. That's why I didn't do the role quest in between stream, which I said I would do, just because I wanted to have, like, dyeable version of this armor, but I didn't get around to it. Because it felt weird to, like, log on, be here, and then just leave. Though, to be fair, I was doing other stuff. Sometimes you just want to play other games, and that's fine. I remember feeling the same, yeah. I definitely feel sad, but I feel kind of like a hollow feeling, I think. Which is maybe why I'm not crying. Is it weird that I feel weird that I'm not crying? Because it seems like there's this big expectation of, oh, we're gonna cry, and I'm not crying. I'm like, maybe something wrong? Sometimes you just want to climb mountains, yeah. Sometimes you just want to go run a kingdom with your wife. You're not finished yet. I know, but still. If you couldn't tell from my whole bit about how much I fucking love Heavensward, I fucking love Heavensward and Estinian. And the freaking music was getting me, and... man. Man. Roads Paved Sacrifice. That's the name of the quest. Sometimes you want to burn down your wife's house, bankrupt her to kill a few spiders. Again, why is everyone so upset about that? Everyone would be very angry if there were hundreds and hundreds of monstrous spiders. They'd be like, why don't you do anything about these spiders? Well, I did something about the spiders, stop complaining. Music always gets me in this game. I mean... FF14 is one of the... You know, I mean, you don't need to hear this from me. Everybody feels the same way, but, like, the experience is incredible. The music, just the everything, frankly. You know, you don't need me to sing 14's praises. Everyone does. As Ishtola and Alize said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing in this sand. Hear me out. If the spiders were huge, what were they feeding on? The people! It's just simple. It's a very simple detail, but I actually do like the detail of the grains of sand on the edge. It's literally just a plane with like a alpha texture on, but details. Well, isn't that lovely and ominous right in front of us? The hell is that? There's 2, 3, 4. It's 4. Boopies! How dare you say a naughty word? The fuck is that? So we got space vampires now, is that it? We've had our space dragons and now we have our space vampires. Hi, Noodle. When offered the violet crystal embedded in its surface, 'twould appear an ordinary stone. Curious script hath been etched upon them, alas not in language which I am familiar. Cannot say I recognise it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely, so we may assume this work is of another race, one we've yet to encounter. Ancient claim the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? Something awful. I'm not sure, it's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. Thank you, Cor. Drink more tea. Oh, look how lovely it is. It's got an eye. I think these are the blue peas. What? The what? Other one. That's its name. Cool. Hate it. Giving it a wide berth. Hollow of the Flesh. What a lovely name. Oh, he's a little goose. Oh, he's a little goose. What a weird little guy. He's now got my dragon wing going through its face. Hail, travellers, this is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, he got them grippy fingers, I hate that. Oh, hello there? Is this your home? Indeed it is. Ah, forgive me. I had forgotten an exchange of introductions as expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. Got them salad fingers, they do. They do. Okay, you're a funky little guy, aren't you? And the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention. Yeah? I believe was the pronunciation that we were referring to for our people. Though it's not entirely applicable given our present state, we are welcoming to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address an individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkud. Yes, Kofkud of the A. EA Sports is in the game. We've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but I never thought it was one that is wholly without voice. I presume we were having this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis, as the space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. Gather your response to my presence is positive, then. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we A are aether-based life forms. Yeah, A, because aether. A. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. In total, I've prepared 189 billion questions. I said 189. That says 198. I got those the wrong way around. 712,180,827. Cool. That's rather a lot, isn't it? Ah, my apologies. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. past. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavoured to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. Oh. Oh. Though, need is perhaps too strong a word. It would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through the use of etheric exsanguinators, but as such, death seems inadequate. Well... this all seems rather charming, doesn't it? Luigi can help them! Oh my god. Oh, it's raining. Good. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence of one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Oh. He goes. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you into our home. Yes, the abode of the A, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the A wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous, if you would follow me. So there's literal ghosts in the desert that want to steal my bones. Okay. This is going rather smoothly, not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why civilizations so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we will find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Their head popping off like a liquid is why I call them that. No, I got that. I got that. Crystals. Interesting. The west, that's this. Oh, it's going to be on the tower, isn't it? No, that feels too close. I'm going to go check. Yeah, I thought so. Like over there. Here somewhere. That lake feels slightly too north, but it could be there. The Wellspring of Regress. Oh, how lovely. Such a charming place we're in. Don't run off the edge. If gravity doesn't kill you, curls will. There it is. I gotta be careful not to attract attention of anything because I'm not actually the appropriate level. I bet I missed an Aether Current on the first island. I bet I missed an Aether Current over here somewhere. Northeast, huh? The fuck? Okay. Ooh, cool. That's cool looking. Ooh, wait. Crystals, crystals. Look at that. That one's cool. I'm sorry, the way my dragon just yeeted looks so funny from that angle. Wow, look at that one. I don't know why I'm zooming, it's the skybox. It's not like I can get any closer to it. It's the sky. Look at that, though. That's cool. Oh, the weather's changed. We have umbral wind now. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. Speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structures here. Oh. You say they remain idle, but what your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. You have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by a sudden inspiration, we rise to peruse and said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, why I continue to engage with you still. While others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their rest. You'd only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to complete. Interesting. Huh. I suppose they don't have bodies, do they? Cast your thoughts towards the crystalline domicile, but there was no response. Oh, that one. That one's empty, or they do not care. You wish to speak? Very well. Pray a moment, if you would. Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I take when I last emerged? Why are there space spiders? Why? Strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Why? Why was that necessary? Awful. Awful. To kill the space wasps? Spiders don't eat wasps. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? They kill flying buggies. Well, I suppose it depends on the spider. I feel like British spiders don't often go for wasps because wasps are, like, quite large. But because other countries have awful massive spiders, yeah, probably. I see. If they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unravelled due to prolonged idleness. They are naught but concentrated ether. Worry not, there are no others who have need of those lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some who did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. Got the EPs. Frankly, I yawn a lot when playing FF on stream, and I think it is just because of the sheer amount of, like, reading and talking I have to do. Which is because I assume it's the reading, not the talking. So obviously I talk on every stream. I assume it's the sheer amount of reading makes me yawn. I'm always yawning on FF streams. Each quest name is gradually getting more and more corrupted. That doesn't bode well, really, does it? I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few have awakened. Nice, Core! Well-timed jump. Ah, there they are. May I introduce to Lalak, Dudek, and Need. It has been too long, Kofkud. I dare say set of 4 has since been completed in orbit. One of the planets, I guess. Indeed, until the travellers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unravelled some had become. Travellers? Of course, the ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. Truth of the matter is plain to see as the neighbouring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who's speaking? Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the diversions they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kofkud, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travellers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form. Ah yes, so long has it been I'd completely escaped my mind. It still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Needneeg, these archives have long been frozen, lest we subject ourselves to further dueler. Surely you recall that much. Of course, food! The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right, that's right. You guys have food? I somehow don't believe that. We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest aether. Is it going to be crystals? Because I saw you guys had crystals. Why? Every time. Shut up! This facility is where we replenish our aether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionally sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest aether. Please absorb as much as you like. They're just gonna be just a bunch of lights. They're just gonna turn it on. Oh, this looks... Yep, sure. 6 points. 6 elements. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet aether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. You brace yourself again, but again nothing seems to happen. Just as I suspected, as meticulous as one might recreate the A's home world, this is Ultima Thor. One cannot simply generate aether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to this very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amaroth. However the appearances may seem, we must be ever mindful that his memories of the dead will continue. Well, we're gonna have to be here like, thank you for the delicious ether. Did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Through your mouth, you say? How very primitive and quaint. To think that mouths serve not only to expel sound, but to draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regrettably could not partake in your magnificent feast, rest assured you feel welcome most keenly. What are these guys doing? Are they just basking? They just absorbing? In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder. Wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favour us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you. In the beninging, when the A had yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From the tangible, such as land, to intangible, such as labour, there exist myriad hindrances to progress. The most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was depressingly middling, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believe we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. Did you find the answers you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential to the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? Sorry, I got distracted. That was really funny. It was a kid. I just heard a kid across the road jump scare someone, and they went, "Ah, you scared the shout out of me." That was really funny. Do not swear in front of the child. We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know, we will disclose you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegea. Is the truth of the universe that eventually it will all end? A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. That's slightly scary. Ere we join the A, there is a trifling matter I would fain to investigate. Exa Grahatia, might I trouble you for some assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode, if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, Rianche, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go on ahead to Elegea, lest you worry we won't start without you. Alrighty then. Oh, we're going all the way back over here, huh? Those things look like Orb Man from the Amazing Digital Circus. Aye, this place shall serve. It is the spring you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we have established, here in Ultima Thule, the denizens of ruined stars have recreated their twilight days. One question doth arise to my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? It's something to do with Metion. I'm inclined to agree. If Metion can take the emotions of others of her own, I dare say she would be able to recreate them more faithfully than had she relied on any historical account. By which logic she must have visited them while they lived, the dragons and the A both. So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption consider how those two races may have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Metion perceiveth the emotion of those nearby as her own. A heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an entelechy. In the course of her star-faring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence, she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. It is my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Metion did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons and the A onto their doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourself this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Etienne. Why do you tell us this now? Ne'er again would I betray your trust. This pledge did I make to my comrades. In bringing thee into my confidence, I would remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it fitting reward for the secrets I harboured for the Crystal Exile. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, knowing full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. As now that you returnest the favour and abide faithfully as I fulfil mine own destiny. Ryonji, no. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, but I can beg thy forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I foundeth within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Ugh, Ryonji. Without further ado, let us join our comrades. It was always like this, though. Always been this way. Let us be off to Elegea. Man. Shit be heavy. Shit be heavy. I'm doing okay though, don't worry too much. I'm doing okay, I'm just quiet. Hard to know what to say. Well, is that the award-winning MMO Final Fantasy XIV? Yes, the one with the free trial up to level 70. That includes the award-winning expansion Heavensward and Stormblood. How you doing, Kay? Just woke up? Isn't it 80 now? I don't think it's 80 yet. I don't know, actually. I actually don't know. Are you crying yet? Actually, no, I'm not. And I actually said, is it weird that I'm not crying? I don't know. No, not yet. See? Everyone seems so upset. Everyone has such high expectations. Everyone seems very unimpressed with my lack of tears. I'm sad, don't get me wrong. I just haven't cried. Don't appreciate these expectations being laid upon me. This whole zone is very somber and sad for sure, but the tears come later. It is. It is definitely. It's, heavy stuff. Seems everyone is accounted for, shall we then?
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
The closest I got, though, was the Heavens Ward music. It wasn't what happened with Estinian, it was the music. Afterwards. I had to, like, pause for a minute. I was like, hang on, guys. I haven't heard this music in, like, 4 years.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
Thanks.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning,
The
the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter onto an eternal ice age. In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost.
Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. Hi, Nan, I am. The game is being very heavy at the moment.
No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves. by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls, though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture.
Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish.
If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion?
Uh,
That our science failed us?
Here goes another one, isn't it?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
She's had the realization I did.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all.
But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you. And we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Another bird.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Yonjay.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Aetheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Oh boy. Man. God, yeah. Each quest title is getting more and more corrupted. Oh, we're in level 90 now. Oh, we're in level 90 quests now, baby. It's fine. Are you all ready to continue on? Let us make for where that light shone, Stoll and Urianger have opened the way for us. Man. Hate being right sometimes. That means new gear. Not yet! You see new gear here. Why space spiders? Why? Why? Oh, we're headed over to this place. The place they said that looked interesting. Oh, a bird. Oh, God. I hate being right. I said they're all gonna go. They're all good. It's gonna be just me at the end. It's gonna be all of them. Maybe they can come back. Who knows? We'll get them back somehow. Yes, I can feel it. The aether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is a portal, and make no mistake, let us see where it leads. Yeah. 12. Okay. Fascinating. Ostrakon Deca Hexi. What a name. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that there's an aether current here. Oh, good. Bit of Doctor Who and Fallout for everybody. They really, again, I said at like the start of stream, they really went, we have to make the sky as pretty as possible because the land is gonna suck. Amazing, yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrived. Not the most welcoming of places, is it? We should try to find denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should also get the lay of the land, see how far we can go. I'll help Alphino with that. In the meantime, you and Graha can search for friendlier folk. Apart from hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are like, you'd best take care of yourselves. We'll find you once we've finished exploring. Okay. We expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of the Isle, so I propose we search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there, sentinels in all likelihood. Like those you encountered, they will most certainly attack any who venture too close. Let us avoid them and look for others that appear more approachable. You see no but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined for non-violent intercourse. Okay. Ooh, I hate these things. They look like the Clockwork Marionette from Guild Wars. Oh, there's the Aether Current. Ooh, look at all these wires. Grab this. How many of those do I have? Because I'm almost fairly certain that I have missed one. There's 4, so I almost definitely missed one here. I'm guessing it's going to be the old thing that it's done before. Oh, there's quests I got to do as well, where it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is in the center. Ooh, mechanical aetherite. Weird. It's like World of Goo. Right, I do need to go to the bathroom real quick. I apologise, because I just saw that an advert was running and I wasn't aware, but I need to go pee. So I'm gonna go. And I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. If my button would like to work. There we go. Hello, it's me, I'm back. I am here. Hello. Hope you're all good. Noises. Let me just double check things. Okay. Right. Okay. Right, we're on half 4 at the moment. I can go longer. You abandoned us. We thought you were going to be gone forever. Oh, it's okay, puppy. I'm back. I can go a little longer because Spook is napping. He wants to get a couple of hours rest. He got home about 3, so he's already had like an hour or so. I will probably run stream a little bit longer, and I will do dinner later. So we'll run a little bit longer today. Not much longer. Like I can see the quest list of how many quests there are. I don't think we are going to end Endwalker today. Still have a bit of a ways to go. But we're getting very close. We're getting very close. Although I have said to Curls that if I get to a point where my quest is Endwalker, is the end quest, I would probably stop like the stream there, or at least depending on the time, I would probably like stop there and go do side quest stuff, so that the following week can be the full Endwalker quest. But I don't think we'll even get there this week, and because of the speed of things, I don't know if we'll get there next week. So yes. I can see how many quests there are, but obviously I don't know how long they are. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit. I won't past 5. Good, cool. Yes. The slots are booked. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 quests, 5 if you include this one, until Endwalker. So I don't think... It's definitely not going to be this week, and I don't think it's going to be next week either. But there is a good chance it will be the week after. I need to know so I can schedule a day off. I think Curls feels the exact same. Desire to resub to come join for the final Endwalker experience. Is it a 4-man or an 8-man? I assume it's an 8-man because it's a pretty big... because it's the end of the expansion. But I'm just saying, it looks like the slots are being booked. If it's for 4 people, then you need to make a decision, because it looks like Core has already dibsed a spot, and so has Curls, which means you have 1 spot left to dibs. There is for sure an 8... Wait, can I go? This is something for you to argue amongst yourselves. If it's the 18th, I'm free and I will be there. I don't know, because I don't know how long the quests are. My complete guess, based off the fact that there are 4/5 quests for me to do, is that it'll be 2 weeks, which is the 11th. The moment I see that my next quest is Endwalker, I will stop what I am doing, and it will be the week after. Regardless of where I am. Whether I don't think that's going to be this week, I feel like that may be next week. So by that logic, the 11th is where Endwalker will be. If it's not the 18th, someone can take my spot. Well, go have an argue and a fight amongst yourselves. Oh, there's a rabbit here. Hello. Have an argument amongst yourselves. There's only 1 slot left by the sounds of it. Curls dibsed before anybody did. Let's be fair, she deserves it. And obviously it's going to be streamed. Yeah, we'll see where we get to. I think it's unlikely I'll get to Endwalker quest today, and it will be next week, so I imagine it will be the week after. Right. Where's Graha? If I'm not in the stream and there is still a spot, I will come. Fair enough. Look, Exa, the machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star. Frog, your name is getting in the way. Your name is getting in the way. Unknown life forms detected. Assigning generic label. Interplanetary travelers. Thank you, I love you. Greetings and welcome to the planet. Beep bloop. The planet? What? Could you repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called the Omicrons. You stand within one of our outposts. The Omicrons, you say? And what is it you do here? We are preparing for war. Ah. Great. As we presently do not have a designated target, you will have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody. You'll be terminated. Good, good. Yeah. I promised Curls a long time. It was Curls who obviously asked. I promised Curls a long time ago that when I see the Endwalker quest appear in my current main scenario, I would stop what I was doing and let her know so that she could book the day off for the following week to come do it, because she said she wanted to. On the player count, it's a double feature, so room for lots of people. So is it two? When you say it's a double feature, is it 2 8-mans or is it a 4 and an 8? I don't know. That's a little frightening. These Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I'll see what else I can learn from this fellow. If you could try speaking with the others. It's a 4 and an 8, okay. So the 4 is the one that you guys are going to have to argue over then, because there's only one space for a 4. By the sounds of it, because it sounds like Cora's already dibsed one as well. Greetings, traveller. When venturing outside the outpost, beware malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. For the avoidance of confusion, it is be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma 1. Sir issues instructions to our forces as the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices that bear the designation Stigma. Okay, interesting. Measuring combat capability. Result negligible. Subject falls outside targeting parameters. Greetings, traveller. We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the home and world of beings whose strength is said to be without parallel. The dragons. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. The 8 is insane. I love it. Ooh, exciting. I mean, it's good. It's the last of the expansion, so I bet it's pretty tight. Though the Endeavour yielded a wealth of combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. A subsequent costing determined that the losses incurred exceeded the gains. I hate these things. I hate them. I hate them. I hate these things. Autonomous weapon deployment complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munitions levels satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment nominal. Awaiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. Yeah, basically when the quest pops up, I will go do other stuff, like probably complete Aether quests and stuff. Other things. Let's see. Learned a few things, so did I. Ere we share our findings, however, I believe it best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. Hate these things. I don't like them. Ah, there you are. We finished surveying the area. This could come as no surprise, but there was no way forward. There were portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. That's before we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? Yes. The Omicron seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader is yet to issue new commands, and so they wait. In such a place, who could it be that fits Urianger's description? A soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. Urianger said this? During our investigation, before we joined you in Elegea. So that's the way of it. Why couldn't you just say it to all of us? I'm okay sitting out the foreman for Curls / others. Sort it out amongst yourselves. Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons in the A longed for death, the Omicrons long for conflict. As much as that may lead to destruction, it must be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to that robot, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with it. Also added it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What say you? One down. It's getting worse. The console we seek lies on the far side of this aisle. Given the nature of the ground, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let's watch our step as we make our way. Alright, I need to pick up these quests. Oh, they're in here. I need to pick up these quests because I will need the Aether Current. I need to consult with Curls on appropriate attire. Oh dear. God, these things are weird. Weird-ass robots. Let me go get the other one. Do them as I go. combat evolved. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can feel a bit of a tickle in my throat. Okay, right. Southeast. Down there, then. Grab these. This is also why I'm pretty sure it's not going to be next week, because obviously I want to get all of this stuff sorted. I need to go back and do the ones in the zones I've been in as well. Okay, what's that? Oh dear. It's exploded. There you go. There's one. And here's another. Okay. Right, let's carry on with the MSQ. Ooh. You suck. Yeah. There we go. So now it's just going to be the one that I feel I've missed. Northwest, which is going to be all the way back over here because I forgot to check. That's fine. I can grab it in a bit since I'm going to be going longer today anyway. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? What, so I can kick it? Try touching, smacking, attuning with the console, but there's no response. No luck, I see. There must be a way to activate it. There must.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough, but if we can't even activate it...
Oops, I haven't changed
Perhaps
class
there is a
back.
way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. The significance of these details may be lost on you now, but they lead me to believe this was the home world of Omega.
Hey, name drop for a raid I haven't done.
I speak of the ancient weapon, the one which the Alliance unleashed upon Shinru. I will spare you the long story, but according to the records I read in the future, it possessed a single weakness: lightning.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
Don't you always?
Very well. Here I go.
Whoop.
It worked!
Opening connection to Communications Module 1. Connection established.
Oh, it's a giant eye.
Transmission. Strategic Matrix Sigma 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
What?
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
What?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Seems they are without a purpose, mayhap. Let us focus our search on the outpost. Alize and I will try speaking with the Omicrons this time, in the hopes we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Graha could observe them from a distance? These beings are systematic and routine by nature, but if there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, let us begin at once. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Follow me. Funny enough, a vantage point, just not the vantage point. Whoa! Good old look into oblivion. Is that a friend? Yes, there's a friend about. Doing Benoit things. Search space Omicron for errant Omicrons. You may move it. Oh, it's one of these. One of these. What are you doing? Wonders about Cecily as if lacking a clear objective. Yeah. As I said, they don't have a purpose. They don't have a purpose. That one there. Omicron wandering aimlessly. Where? Aha, I see it. It's left the base. Let's follow it. It's not here, but it definitely came this way. It must have used the portal. I'm gonna go through and see what we find. Okay, what is that? It's a weird looking thing. What is your query? Ah, you found it. What are you doing here? I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. Go to such lengths to sustain it. Is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves. Like we did countless others, we have conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produced seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why has it made to behave in such a way, and to what end? I do not understand. Life needs things to live. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it's simply a malfunctioning Omicron. These are by no means uncommon. But it may also be a unit possessed with the ability to make decisions. One not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. To endeavour to life, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Exa, one day when this adventure becomes part of your epic, do you think I will be mentioned in it? Raha. Maybe it's a footnote. Of course, why wouldn't you be? Jesus. Footnote. Wow, rude. Imagine. You truly think so? That would be a... Nay, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we had best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of the emotion which bars our way. Graha always being like, oh, I'm not good enough. Relatable! That's another one. Hello, world! We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. Three left. But I need to go get Aether Currents. We'll need them. Might go do that now, actually. I might deviate and go get the currents I need. I will be back. Oof. So... yeah, I got 1 to physically find and 3 quests, and I know that 1 quest is going to be is Endwalker, or the one before Endwalker. So I have 1 to locate, and 2 side quests to do, and those 2 side quests are done. Northeast. Is it going to be around the back of here? Because I didn't go around the back. There's 1,000 yards northeast. That's quite far. Oh wait, is it in the centre? I was convinced there was going to be one on this island that I missed. Northeast. Up on that island? That island have 2? 900 northeast. I think it's there, if not on the top island. I'll double check up this island because I gotta go there anyway for the side quests. But I guess it might be in the centre. Is it still northeast from here? I would expect it to be directly east. Northeast. Think up think up the that fate may be. Think up the that fate may what? Wrong button. Wow, type it. Yeah. North. Up by the fate, maybe. Right. I'm guessing those things are the fate. Northeast. There it is, directly in front of me. Found it. Got there eventually. There we go. I've got all the map ones. Got to do 2 side quests, and then it will be the main quest. Get that ticked off. Really warm. Yeah. I feel better at my own typing inadequacies. Let me grab this one as well. Nuke. Many things to go find. Still have the Umbral Wind weather making everything look so pretty. Oh, you can see he's got like swirls for eyes. No, they're not swirls, but he's just got weird eyes in comparison to the others. There we go. That's that one done. Alright, let's go from top to bottom. Oh, it's raining. My garden will appreciate it. Love the sound of rain. Assuming Kay joins, we should have a full crew for the 8-man if I maths correctly. Yes, cool. But you have to remember that a lot of people in our free company are in the UK and may have. People might not be available. That's why I'm giving them a week's notice. That's why I said when I get to the quest, I will stop what I'm doing and do it next week. Ooh, It's raining heavily. Love the sound of rain. Again, I'm the streamer here. I don't expect people to attend, but people have voiced that they want to attend, so... Oh, we're downpouring. Good. We have had the least amount of rain this year. Not a lot of rain. 42! 42! 42! $42. You guys are ahead of me. I've been at work through the entire stream. It is currently 5:20 p.m. I start stream at 2 in the afternoon. Most people are at work at 2 in the afternoon. Stop being pedantic. I am trying to have a conversation, rude. We don't live in Australia, Core. We're not 12 hours ahead of you. Casting delete. There we go, they're done with that one. Oh, I'm loving the rain. I'm loving the rain. I got my window open still, so I can just hear the rain. It's nice. Rain. 5 hours. I know what I'm saying is that I'm also somebody that can be taken. I don't expect us to get a full party of Ace. Is what I guess is what I'm communicating. I got some dye. Probably put that in the free company chest. Rain sounds. There we go. Good stuff. There we go, just one left. I did no quests on the moon. I did not do the moon. I need to do the moon. Right. We will go back to Omicron. I think I will do this quest and then end stream for today. I've overrun a little bit. I said I was okay with overrunning a little bit, but I also don't want to overrun too much. I gotta go cook dinner. Gotta go work out what I want to cook for dinner. Raha says you found a suspicious Omicron. That's good, because the units here are of no help. They all had the same thing to say about Extended Operations Unit, that there was no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. Enough about us, tell us you learned something more useful. Excuse me. An Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. This unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. The technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. The problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what happened. When I attempted to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. This purple is so pretty. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger. Much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest it has a connection to Sir. An inspired idea. I dare say it's worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time you must allow me to do the honours. I will stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Exer, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behaviour. I should mention that shortly before you returned, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed off towards the console. First I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps... that could be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, Alphino and I will stand by the console, and when it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. Right. So my hand twitching then. You were the one observing the tree, are you not? Full glad I am to find you again. I have a question for you. You see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided it does not necessitate the disclosure of restricted information, very well. Gra has begun distracting the Omicron. Soon Alize will strike the console with lightning. Observe closely for anomalous behaviour. After she has cast her spell, you may move the camera. Oh. There we go, easy. An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostics. Error confirmed. My connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance, it's to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrade struck the console and used to communicate with Sir. That is the cause of your anomaly. You're connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know, but before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. If I'm not mistaken, the next quests are fairly short. Even so, I need to end soon. Do not wish for them to know my true identity. I don't want to force it so that we're doing it next week. I don't care if it literally means that I do like a 20-minute quest and then we're there next week, because I got other stuff that I can do. Very well, our friends are at the console. Let us head there. I suppose if anything it just means that people get 2 weeks' notice. It's basically because I want to have a full stream for Endwalker. That's basically why.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. This body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
Once they'd achieved everything, what do you do after that?
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? to become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
That's the question, isn't it?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
Where to go?
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
Is it gonna be Graha next?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
Mm-hmm. I pity them.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them...
Yeah. He knows. We all know.
I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
If you say it, I'll do it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back.
Good. Good.
First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly.
He hasn't been to Gishgard.
I
Aww.
scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account.
Aww.
And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will.
Yeah. It will.
If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before?
The music!
Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable, On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not describe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink, of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams, and then awakened to a grander reality.
Good. Covered in crystal.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Oh, bruh. Man. Hurts. What is this music? Man. They all leave so easily as if it's nothing. How do they think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give him such a flick. And that'll be just a start. just listening to the music because I've not heard this before. Final Fantasy loves a good leitmotif, huh? Welcome to the stage where you get music that makes you cry. I don't have any words. I don't have anything to say. Sorry for not being the funny streamer that has the funny reaction. But I don't have anything to say. Well. Well then. Okay. I guess I need to go process? I'm mostly just listening to the music. I think I'm gonna... I mean, I need to end stream anyway, so I can go sort out dinner. But I feel like I'm just gonna, like, sit for a couple of minutes once stream ends and just listen. Vibe in the Saz, yeah. I just need to take it in. And see how I feel. So yeah. So as I've said throughout stream, I will do the last 2 quests next week, regardless of whether they are short or not. I will do them next week. I will do the 2 quests next week. And then when I am prompted to do Endwalker, I will not. I will go do something else. I may go start my role quests that I still have to do. And then the week after, we will do Endwalker. I feel like that's basically guaranteed. I've got 2, there's only 2 quests to do. And I'm gonna give it a full stream for it. The next two quests are fairly heavy. I imagine they are. It's the rest of the zone, yeah. I'm sure that because it's only 2 quests, I'm guessing it's not long, but yeah, that is my plan. So I guess people have 2 weeks notice. Look who's left to say goodbye to. That's what I'm thinking! That's what I'm thinking! I said last week that we're gonna lose all of them. And that's why all of this week I've been saying I hate being right. I don't want to be right. This time. I'm gonna make a post for people who weren't on stream. And I'm taking in the music. We get the date, which is going to be the 11th. Thursday the 11th. Okay. Blech. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for being lovely and being supportive. You guys are the greatest. I love you all very much. Got hit by that leitmotif again. Even you, Kay. Even you. I am pretty great. You are pretty great, Core. You are pretty great. Right. This is where I'm going to end stream. Prepare thine selves. We'll see you tomorrow for continuing work on an ARC mission and Group Peak in the evening. I really hope that Group Peak works and they don't do a last minute update that fucks up the mod like they did last time. I don't actually know what mod I'm supposed to install. I need to work that out. But yeah. See you then. And tell your friends you love them. I love you.